What is going on, guys? Noah here with Custom RC Mods. Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're back out here at the park at my FPV stomping grounds. This is the very first spot I tried some proximity flying with this very quad right here, which is the Skitzo Nova. I went ahead and attached a session mount on here for my new GoPro session. I'm really excited for that. Everything else is the same as my last Nova flying video. If you guys want to know more about this build, I do have the overview video down in the description below, so you can check it out from there. Let's go ahead and get this thing on up in the air. I think we're going to do 2 packs today. Alright, so we're all plugged in. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get this flight underway. Just going to start off by feeling the quad. Got some brand new props on here, so it's feeling extra smooth today. Out here on the baseball diamond. Definitely a little bit different feel than some of the quads I've been flying recently. Obviously the top mount's a bigger build, so it has a little bit less power. But other than that, I mean, it's flying super smooth. I'm really happy with it altogether. Hopefully the HD footage is looking good. It is unstabilized, so I want to make sure you guys get the most raw experience that I'm getting as a pilot here. This isn't a cinematic edit, so I do want to be open with you about how the quad's flying. If you notice any shakes or anything that can be tuned out of this quad, then make sure to go ahead and drop that down in the comment section below. But yeah, this thing is flying pretty smooth in my opinion. This is still the stock tune of Betaflight 4.2, so if you watched the last video I flew this in, then you know it from there. It was a little bit bobbly. I'm not sure how, again, the HD footage is going to look, but it just feels very predictable and smooth on my end of this, and I'm going to go ahead and stop saying that now. A big lazy split S here. Trying to be very conservative flying this, especially over the parking lot and over those cars. That one white one there is actually mine, so I'm not too concerned about it. However, of course, no need to hit it if you don't have to. But yeah, this thing is just very predictable. One thing that these larger, heavier builds do have a tendency to do, whether that be, you know, tuned or not, they have a tendency to go ahead and be a little bit, carry their weight through the turns a little bit worse than other more responsive quads, I should say. So that's one thing that you kind of got to keep in mind, especially when you're flying something like this that is just a little bit heavier. It's going to want to drift out on you in the turns and not be as so sharp to corner. Fly through the soccer goal. There we go. Yeah. We're way out there. Video is decent, I guess. I'm not running anything crazy on the power, probably like 200 milliwatts if I remember correctly. Haven't messed with these smart audio settings on this in a little bit, but it's a very fun quad to fly. And it just always has had my back. This is my go-to quad when it comes to flying precisely or chasing things, just because you can really get up into the branches. And you're really not going to have an issue with obviously throttle management or anything like that. You can just pop up, pop down, and call it a day. So flying rather slow and conservative. Maybe at the end of this video we'll try a knife edge through that little tree over there. One thing about this, like I said, is that it does carry its weight more through the turns. So you've got to factor in a little bit more roll into your turns than you normally would, which is something definitely to keep in mind when you are just starting out, because obviously a lot of people think yaw turns the quad, and really you need just as much roll, if not more, to turn it than you do yaw. And obviously if you've flown this thing, you know that if I just do yaw, I'm just going to turn around like that. So yeah, roll is really what makes the turn happen. Yaw is just there to help out. So if you guys have any other questions like that, or any other, you know, places of insight where your flying could be improved, and you just need my a little bit of help with it, I'd be happy to give you some tips there. This is one of my favorite parts of the hobby, not only flying the quad, but also helping people grow in it, and just help people, you know, gain confidence in what they're doing. All right, we're getting a little bit more aggressive here. So we're almost at the end of this battery. You can see we're kind of resting at 14.2, and obviously dipping down into the high 13s, which is really when you want to go ahead and end it, just to make sure you don't damage your packs. So go ahead and keep that in mind as you fly. Alright, that's it for pack 1. Alright guys, so it's time for pack 2. Let's go ahead and get this thing armed up and flying here. Okay, there's some seriously low-hanging branches here around these trees, so it's definitely something that you... Clipping branches in FPV, especially when you're going fast, is kind of just the way it is. You really have to decide when you're going to disarm and when you're going to fly through it. Nope, a little over rotation there. Weaving in and out of the trees around here. It's a good way to practice your turns. So there again, I'm using some roll to make sure I don't hit that fence. Got dangerously close to the ground there as well. Very, very close. Surfing that tree cluster is also very fun. You really just gotta find the different advantages that a spot has over different spots you may have flown, and then kind of go from there. Whoa! Holy cow! Just hit that side post of the goal, and apparently you can keep flying. I was totally expecting to have to go get that. And I wouldn't have blamed it if that was just maybe even broken an arm from that crash, so it got pretty lucky. So yeah, sometimes you gotta disarm, sometimes you can make it through without. Let's get some redemption on that, shall we? That was very interesting. Hit the branch right in the apex of my turn, which is very, very odd. Something I don't think I've ever done before. What a chance I can power lead this. Pretty good. Still learning the race. These are still learning the feel with the PIDs. A lot of my quads are more sensitive, so I'm used to kind of jerking this thing around while I fly it. And obviously slamming the sticks isn't the most predictable method of flying, so that's something definitely that is a little bit harder about this squad when I'm flying it as well. So yeah, battery is winding down. Let's see if we can hit this knife edge real quick. Whoop. Abort. Abort. Oh. Okay, let's see if we can rearm and get out of here. Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and find the perfect tree to knife edge. Hopefully. I don't know, is it the left one or is it the right one? I'm feeling like it's the right one, but there's a chance I hit the kind of ghost branches up in there. And so that's definitely something that I need to play into it. Good for this one. Dang it. Alright, so crash flip. And you gotta give this knife edge a fair shot before we give up. You can see battery is winding down. I'm gonna try this one from the other side. Let's inspect for stragglers. Here we go. Oh my gosh, stuck right in the center. All right, I'm gonna have to go get that. All right, guys, so that's a prime example where, you know, you really have to just commit to some of the tricks you're doing. You know, I would have nailed that knife edge gap if I had more speed. However, I was hesitant. I didn't have enough speed to make it through there. So when it came to actually doing the knife edge, I didn't have enough speed, and I got caught up in the tree and, of course, fell down in the crack. Thankfully, we got a little bit of voltage left, so we're going to go ahead and try that again. Let's see if we can do it without drawing too much current and killing the battery. Props could be in better shape. Yet another set of props down the toilet, but you know, whatever. That's okay. Okay, that one has the ghost branches on it because obviously, you know, I made it through there just fine, and then I hit the ghost branches and I couldn't do anything about that. So let's try its neighbor. Neither of these are good candidates for a solid knife edge tree, but like right there, that looks fine. So I made it through there with minimal scrapage. Let's try it again with a knife edge. Okay, no knife edge there. Kind of freaked out at the last second. Let's go ahead and try it from the other side. There we go. Got it. Now let's see if we can go to the other one and get it. Actually, no, we're way out of battery. Way out of battery. 13.3 volts. Let's run. That's it. Alright guys, so unfortunately I didn't have enough voltage to conquer both of those trees. However, I'm pretty happy with this flight altogether. We did get a good knife edge on that one tree and a few other meh passes in there, as well as just advancing and learning a lot, especially just coming back to these stomping grounds and taking the time to find new gaps, to find new ways to grow my flying. Has really been a good experience overall. So I will be posting more videos with this quad and others around here as I'm out flying today. So make sure to go ahead and stay tuned for those. If you guys have any other questions, make sure to go ahead and comment down below. They can be about FPV, they can be about RC, or just anything that might be on your mind. I'd be happy to go ahead and answer those down there, as well as make sure to obviously like and subscribe. We just hit 800 subscribers, so thank you so much, and yeah, that really means a lot. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.